Well, hey, good morning. Thank you for joining me here on the beach. If you don't know who I am, my name is Earl, and I like to walk the beach in the morning and just talk about recovery topics. So come join me. So today, I think what I'd like to talk about is sponsorship. That's one of those areas, especially as a newcomer, that's hard to wrap your head around. Why do I have to have somebody else show me how to do this thing? It's all written down. I know how to read. What do I need a sponsor for? I don't know that I can completely answer that. I'm sure that there are people that have plenty to say about that, and that's why we have a comment section. But I do want to say that at least it's someone who has been there and done that, hopefully. A sponsor is someone who has been through the steps with a sponsor. And they bring you experience. And then, of course, the strength and the hope as well. So having a sponsor may sound at first like ridiculous, like not necessary. But let me tell you something. I've tried doing it alone, and I've seen other people try to do it alone. It didn't work. It just didn't work. There are certain areas of this program that I just can't see anybody trying to perform without a sponsor. This video isn't about, hey, get a sponsor. No. This video is about responsibilities. They have pamphlets on what the responsibilities are for a sponsor. And I think that the pamphlet's called What is a Sponsor, or What Does a Sponsor Do, or, something along those lines. But it basically tells you what that sponsor's responsibilities are. A sponsor is not there to be your banker. A sponsor's not there to be a marriage counselor. A sponsor is someone who has been through the steps with a sponsor and is going to guide you along the same path so that you can obtain what this sponsor has. If you want what we have and you're willing to go to any lengths to get it, then you're ready to take certain steps. So that sponsor helps you to get through those steps. Super important. I don't remember, because it's been a while since I read that pamphlet, but I don't remember it saying that a sponsor's responsibility is to chase you and hound you about doing the step work. I have a sponsor, and if I don't reach out to that sponsor, yeah, he may call me or something like that, but he's not going to chase me down and say, hey man, let's get into recovery. He's just not going to do it. So now we're shifting from the responsibilities of a sponsor to the responsibilities of a sponsee. What is my responsibility as a sponsee? Well, I sponsor people, and I do not chase them. I don't hound them about getting into recovery and doing the step work, because don't forget about the question. If you want what we have and you're willing to go to any lengths to get it. If you're willing to go to any lengths to get it, there's no need for someone to chase you and hound you about doing the steps. I feel like the responsibility that's on the sponsee is to do the work, get involved. I've heard people in meetings sharing things that really should be shared with a sponsor. And then the sponsor's like, wow, I didn't know that. They never even shared it with the sponsor. A sponsor is someone that you can talk to about anything. And you probably know them better than anyone else in the program, and they know you better than you know yourself. That's what a sponsor is. I guess what I'm getting at is, I have seen it over and over again where people get a sponsor and they don't contact the sponsor. They don't get involved. The sun's up. They don't get involved in recovery. And they blame their sponsor. Oh yeah, I had a sponsor one time. I still got drunk. Yeah? What part did you play in all of that? Did you really and truly go to any lengths for recovery? Or were you just blaming the sponsor because you didn't do the work? This is not something to play around with. It's just not. If you want recovery, it's there, but you gotta go get it. You've got to go get it. A sponsor is not responsible for motivating you to recover. I'll tell you what can motivate you: the pain that comes with drinking, the pain that comes with relapse. I think some of you know that I relapsed several times before it finally took hold. And the main reason was because I didn't want it bad enough. It says if you want what we have and you're willing, I wanted what you had, I just wasn't willing to go to any lengths. I wasn't willing to get a sponsor. But then when I finally did get a sponsor, my first sponsor, now this will give you an idea of what I was like in early recovery. First of all, there was a guy that would ask me all the time, "Hey, did you get a sponsor yet?" And I'd be like, "No, but I'm still looking, Every time I saw him, he'd say, "Hey, did you get a sponsor yet?" And it got to the point where I would circle the parking lot to make sure his truck wasn't in the parking lot before I went in. Because I didn't want to have to deal with this guy every single time. "Hey, did you get a sponsor yet?" So anyway, one day during a meeting, I'm out by the coffee area and I'm talking to this cute little blonde chick behind the coffee bar, and he comes walking out of the meeting. He says, "Earl, what are you doing?" I thought quickly and I said, "I'm trying to get a sponsor." So he says, "Good, you just got one," and he puts his phone number down. That's how I got my first sponsor. Certainly not the guy that I was thinking about having as a sponsor. I would not have chosen. Turns out he was a great sponsor. It's funny because when I was shopping for a sponsor, they say, get someone who has what you want, So I was looking for somebody that had a cool car, a high-paying job, a nice house, a pretty wife, great kids. That's what I wanted. So that is not the way to shop for a sponsor. The sponsor I have today, he's got all kinds of problems. Everything from financial issues to family problems to medical issues. The thing is, though, he does it with a smile on his face. He lives happy, joyous, and free, and I wanted that. So that's who I chose as my sponsor. And I think he's starting to rub off on me after all these years. I don't know what this video was about, whether it's about finding a sponsor, getting a sponsor, or using a sponsor and the responsibilities thereof. If you're a sponsor, you know what your responsibilities are. And it does not include chasing someone down and hounding them about doing the steps. That was alcohol's job, to create enough pain in their life that they're willing to do anything for recovery. And now, if you're a sponsee, call your damn sponsor. Get started. If you're not doing anything, you can't blame your sponsor when you relapse. The responsibility of a sponsor is not to keep you sober. Their responsibility is to show you how to do the steps. So, hopefully I've touched somebody here today. But thank you again for joining me. And, I don't care who you are. Call your sponsor. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.